Go ahead.
Hi guys, Tammy here from Formflex Compound. This is just going to be an informational video to show you how far we got. I said I would show this piece. This is the piece that we did with the mica powder the other day. And what I did is I took it outside. Remember I told you I spray it as soon as it comes out. This cardboard was setting out there that already had spray on it, and it was 92 degrees when I set it outside to spray it. And now I've got it stuck to the cardboard. So as soon as I showed it, I'm going to take a knife and try and get underneath it and pull it off. Actually, what I was doing it for was to go with this piece. I wanted this half moon there. And this is the piece that I showed the other day where I was putting this on it, just this candlestick. Can you see it? Will you look in there?
Yep.
And this is going to go on top. Here's the little bird that I did. This poor little bird was so sad looking, and I just added feathers to him, and I want the moon over here. You guys, the witch turned out great. I just took it outside. I sprayed it with more black.
Can I see the bird so I can show them up close?
Yeah, this is just, it was a bird that somebody gave me, and I added feathers. So this is...
You guys, this was the sorriest looking bird.
Yeah, and I had those feathers that I showed you that I bought for the swan. But how I did the witch was I just went in and I put Mod Podge on it. I sprayed it black again because if you remember right, the print didn't look so black. And so I took it outside, sprayed it with some spray paint, waited for it to dry, and then I went ahead and Mod Podge that inside of there. And it looks great when you put a light underneath it. I'm looking on Amazon to figure out what light I want to buy. I want to buy one that's rechargeable.
Here, put that underneath of it.
Yeah,
just to
and
show.
you can see how good that shows
Look at that.
up. Yeah, it really worked out great. And what I did is I took a pencil, and I was going to leave it on there. I still haven't erased it all, but I kind of laid it in there, pushed it up, and then I drew with a pencil on the glass where I wanted her to be. So once I got the Mod Podge on her, then I just could take my hand and stick my hand all the way up inside and smooth it all out. So that worked out great. Then those are the things that I show all the time that are from Amazon. And I'm going to be putting, can you see that when I put that on there?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just going to be putting some leaves, some more leaves. I'll put the bird in there, and I'm going to put some moss in, and I'm going to have some leaves coming off the front and some off the back. And then I think I'm still going to use that fluffy stuff. I still think I like that the best to connect it here as soon as I figure out what light. But I showed all these molds that I was using and stuff on that.
What did you plan on putting right here with the witch?
The witch was going to be, I wanted this moon to go over here, but we'll see if I can get the moon unstuck. I'm going to take my knife that I smooth the clay out with and stick it under there because it's got a really fine point. But I don't know that it's going to come off or not because it is baked.
Yeah, that's the only reason I grabbed this.
Yeah, and then the next thing I was going to show you is I've always wanted an hourglass, and I was trying to figure out how to do one. And all I did was take, these were Coke bottles, okay? And there's some juice bottles that would work way better. Water bottles would work. All different kinds of things would work. And I just went around the bottom, traced it, and then I put that in, this is a piece of this right here. This is what the
Velo or the
yeah,
Zyn, the nicotine pouches.
Somebody, Ryan does this, and I collect these from him because they're good to use for bases and that. But if you don't have that, the other thing that would work, and I didn't have two of the same size, and that's why I didn't use these, but here are canning jar lids and stuff, and you could do that, cut your bottle, you could cut it taller, you could do all kinds of things with it. But then I did the Formflex witch and the skull inside, and then I didn't have the right size board. You could use cardboard if you wanted, and Brett cut me, he had some old siding in the back of his truck from somebody, and that's what he cut to go for that. And this will go on top of here, like so. And then I'm going to use Formflex here in the middle. I'm going to cover all this up and put the little knobs on it. Then what I'm going to use for the poles to go up it, I'll cut these to fit in here. And I just drilled a larger hole in some bobbin.
Wooden bobbins.
Yeah, wooden like thread spools, okay? And I did that. I'll antique these so that they look gray and stuff, and then put the little things on the top. You know how an hourglass has those little things.
Little grommets.
Yeah, little
Buttons.
Popey type things. And then I'm going to use probably this. I did show how to do this. If you go back and watch the Easter train, I did this, and I'll put the popsicle sticks and that in there. But what I want is I want this hanging over the edge looking at the witch. And since I can't do two of these and put them together because they don't work back to back, they'll go the wrong way. So I'm going to kind of lean it up against here when I glue it on or something. I'm going to figure out how to make a back. And then I'll have I've got some other stuff to go on there. I got a frog, and I'll be putting something on the little book and that. But I think this will be really cute when it's done. I've always wanted to try one of these. But you can use that if you have...
Can I show them the inside of the hourglass pieces a little bit close up?
Yeah, you can do ornaments if you want as well. The only thing why I was going to tell you is you guys don't use happened.
Sorry.
I made this one and I used stick fast, okay? And I did do a yo-yet inside of there that my sister gave me is just a yo-yet. And then you know how I trim everything out. I, of course, had to trim everything out. And that's what I'm debating with the middle, if I want to use... I don't know if I want to use what I'm going to use in the middle. See the detail on the inside. It's if you could see this up close, it's really cute. And I would put like a spider in there or something. But I just attached the witch to a popsicle stick and glued her in, and then just put one cap on the top, and then added some little sparkles so it shows. I would like to figure out how to, if I would have had a remote control light, I would have put one all the way through. And if you wanted to do it with just sand, I drilled a hole in this because that was my original thought. I was just going to do sand in it. And then I changed my mind. But all these pieces are all Formflex. Everything's Formflex in there. This is, I believe, this is the skulls redesigned. These hands, I make a million of those. Those are from Amazon.
Yeah.
And then the spiders from Amazon and the witches from Amazon. But I use those all the time. And the thing that I wanted to show you why this one didn't work and I got ready to do it is I used...
resin?
No, I used Stick Fast. And the Stick Fast clouded this one when I glued it to here. So this time when I did this one and I glued it there, I put the piece on the inside and glued the bottle to the outside so that I wouldn't get the cloudiness. Yeah, and I did everything. I took lighter fluid, I tried everything. But there's juice bottles that I think that would work. They've got a really cool shape, and they would work better if you drink juice. But it's a fun, inexpensive, something that you can do. I think it's going to turn out really cute. And I'm sure you could find some square or something at the Dollar Tree to use, or like I said, you could just cut your own cardboard. And
that's
then
about the same size as coasters, so find yourself a cheap pack of coasters.
And you could use anything for your base or your top, but I just think it's going to be a really fun piece. Who knows. Anyway, it's something different. And then I did I showed you the frog and then the candle or something. I'm not really sure how all that's going to play out. But anyway, that's what I wanted to show you there. The other thing I was going to show you is that, you guys, I've showed different golds, okay? And I airbrush a lot, and airbrushing is my thing. And I've always used this paint. This is the same as the red, the Angelique's
Angelus.
And when I had it, we just noticed the other day that it was in 14 karat gold. Or 18 karat gold, and it came in yesterday. And I wanted to try it right away because it is water-based. I couldn't be happier. I mean, this was 2 coats, but it was because I have kind of a gray base underneath it. And
these were painted with it as well, too.
Yeah, those were, the Formflex paint's great with it. The wood painted. I use it in my airbrush. I used it for fingernails for years. But this goes on fabric. It's leather paint. It's probably one of the best paints. I've used that paint for a lot of years. I mean, forever. Then the next thing I was going to show...
And you can get the lid off so the gold doesn't make the lid stick.
Yeah, it doesn't stick at all. I like that infusion gold too.
Infusion firm.
But this one's quite a bit more. And the fact that it's water-based too, the other one is as well. But this works really good. I'm really impressed with it. Then the other thing I was going to show you, I did show a picture of these. And this is, somebody asked me what I used. I used the jelly ones. This is the first time I've used the jelly rhinestones. I've used a ton of regular rhinestones, but I thought I'd give the jelly ones a try. And I did resin one, and I did spray one with the glaze spray. And either way, it works. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, because even just here, you have to tilt them a certain way and then you can see the sparkle on them. Okay, that's the one thing about the jelly versus the rhinestones. Do I like it better than rhinestones? I'm not sure. I'm a rhinestone person.
Yeah.
I love rhinestones before they were even popular. So the jellies are fun. And they do add a lot of color. And this looked really cute when I put it up against the Grinch.
Yep.
I showed the Grinch with it, but I just put earring backs on them. And those would be that. So that was all I had to show you. I just wanted to show you the paint, show you how this turned out. We'll see if we can get this off the cardboard. I wanted to show you. I'm not so sure that, you guys, I don't have high-end pigment mica powder. Yeah, so maybe if you have a different brand. I think I bought the cheapest one I could find a long time ago on Amazon. I'm not a big mica powder user. I just hate the mess it makes. I hate cleaning out my molds. You'd rather paint. Yeah, and like I said, you can do it with Mod Podge, the same thing. You can spray your mold, like I told you, spray it lightly mist it with water, paint your mica powder in it, and then you can put your Formflex right into it. I've done it that way. It works great. I did a ballerina and all that stuff with it. And then you can also put it in, spray your mold, put it in where you want. This is when you're painting several different colors, because you want your colors to stay there. Then you can put Mod Podge over the top of that, wait for it to dry, and then push your Formflex into it, put it in the freezer, pop it out, and it's ready to go. So there's a lot of different ways you can do it. If that's your thing, it's just, I don't know. It's great and everything, but it's just not my thing. I hate cleaning my molds up afterwards. So I'm lazy. I'm not lazy. I'm just too busy for it. So anyway, that's all I have. If you know anybody that might find this video helpful or interesting, we would appreciate it if you would give us a like or a share and share it out. These FB is really getting tough. I feel really like I don't want to waste your time just to keep the algorithms up, but I guess you have to play the game. So anyway, thank you so much. We do have a group page that you can join. It's a private group. You just have to ask to join, and you can share all your stuff. We love to see it. It's fun. It's exciting to me to see what other people do with our product. So until next time, if you've got any great Halloween projects, or just a Halloween project, or any projects, please share. Please share them. I love to see them. I get so excited when I see other people's stuff,
because everybody has different perspectives.
Yeah, everybody has a different way. Everybody sees, it's all art, so everybody sees everything differently. So until next time, we'll see you soon. Bye now.